Yeah. Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man shit, nigga. Take your head on, nigga.
Pray where Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like stamps and I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Nigga think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert, another cop can stretch the nigga. He a demon, it's an exorcism, watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision, let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening, is in fact the fiction. Revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jack the Round War. We gon' run the summer, it's gonna be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crack as hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it Young Bear. How you real triggering on them dots, you a bird feeder. Claiming he a demon, was a demon to a cult leader. When he said something, I ain't hear him, this shit like it. Oh, who got the gun? It's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you will never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping swore, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chick like you with the angels for your brother's bread. Everybody won't be Richard Porter. God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified Roman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow side. Yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I enjoy. I get it boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his gang, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
With Jiffy Lube Multicare, it's our job to keep you moving. With a full range
You ain't too, you crazy for this.
Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, get even. One beat with feed. Take it over, nigga. Yeah. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to start a fire. Whole team full of riders. They be dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivors. Yeah. Big soldier, nigga. Come on. Don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm wrapped out, tell them watch your mouth. You know we gon' bend your block. I'ma walk in time bomb. I go viral. You niggas like TikTok, yeah. This ain't what you want. Tell them throw in the towel. We make niggas hit the clock in with our toe fire, rain brimstone. They gon' think that you live a lie. We ain't got no picks. We want it all. We gon' make you pick a spot. We knocking on the door, so let us in. Or you know we gon' pick the locks. We in the field for real every day. While y'all just say watch, we making enemies our foot stores. Don't know nothing about it. It take one try when I rock out. I'm like David when I sling shots. I'm putting attachments on everything. Y'all want me to connect the dot. This drum got 50 unreleased hits. You don't want to be the next to drop. I put them in a box and make that shit double wood. You don't want to be the next to flop. Yeah. Niggas feeling themselves. Get a shovel, tell them to dig the pot. Can't fit you where your man's in it, just tell him get a bigger box. Cause I'll put you in one and knock you out one. Call him my nigga knock. I'll put your song on, cut it on mute, and then tell you that shit was hot.
That shit was hot.
Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. Want beef with feed. Take it over, nigga. Yeah. Let me make it clear. They with the cloud, we with the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to start a fire. Whole team full of riders. Nigga dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivors. Yeah. Big soldier, nigga. Come on. Don't care where it is. They with the cloud, we with the zone. That's the way it is. Big soldier, nigga. I come in the name of the boss. So my niggas that is Watertown already wait the coast. That point shoot bitch. Red Dead Redemption. Got them niggas scared to whisper. You with us or against us. Can't stop to the zone lock. I don't think get the picture. It come from my head, I'm giving them lead. The preacher give him a scripture. Flow cold style vicious. Niggas sweeter than the missus. Got soldiers posted. I put them on your roof. Merry Christmas. Bring hither and slay him. Got the Glock, got the book of Luke. Keep it stick like Dumbledore. Play dumb, I'ma let it loose. Call my gun harmony. Call my main bitch Betty Boop. He the truth, I'ma need the proof. Got stripes like Beetlejuice. Hit his ass like a Louisville. Hit him low, then I hit him high. Bring him home to the umpire. Give him balls like Wi-Fi. Turn the booth to a bonfire. Little bitch, I'm a live wire. I ride like a car tire. It's on mine when I ride by. Big soldier, nigga. Just give me a reason. Fuck peace, getting even. Want beef with feed. Take it over, nigga. Let me make it clear. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I'm about to start a fire. Whole team full of riders. Nigga dead on the ride, boy. Ain't gon' be no survivors. Big soldier, nigga. Come on. Don't care where it is. They want the cloud, we want the zone. That's the way it is. I heard they coming for blood, I'ma be coming for more. Give me the floor, they better come with a mop. I'ma be making it pour. Nigga, I'm raw, fly with the hammer like four. Found my ops in the morgue. Tell I'm on four, I'ma be bombing these lanes. Understand how and war. I've been the lead, time to get back in the street. Time to get back on my feet, hats on the read. Check out, we came from the east. Wait till my dogs are released. Heard they was asleep, so we gon' wake them up. Put them up in the sky, the Lord gon' take them up. I take on anybody, think he brave enough. I've been the same, man, I ain't never changing up. I'm in my zone, hit on my cellular phone. Tell me whatever he on, I take a scouter. He on them perks and that powder. Homie ain't really that strong, I'm like a dog. Better yet, Benny King, I keep a lion head on my pinky ring. I keep a shield, boy, you see everything. G43, symphony, let it sing.
You ain't telling you crazy.
Test. Hey, Shalom, how about Shemel Sharp? I could thumb. Can the other zones hear me? How about Charlotte? Who that?
Yeah, but you sure, but we can hear you loud and clear, sir. You two up?
Correct. Everything too up, bro. What's going on with you?
Same old, holding it down. Maintain.
Damn right. What about I don't know if anybody in Fayetteville can hear me. Can Fayetteville hear me right now?
Check. Hey, Shalom, how about Shemel Shabbat?
Shalom, I don't want you. How about Shemel?
Hey, can you hear me?
Come on, sir.
Is it clear, loud and clear, or what?
It's loud and clear, sir.
Most High in Christ. You give me shit. Go ahead and start it, and when you go ahead and matter of fact, let's go. Let go, Thawul. Clap it up.
Come on, sir. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to the priest and officer of 5,000 Zion.
Check. Can y'all hear me?
Con on one con.
Everybody's what?
Con.
In Christ. Shalom, Yahweh by Shem Yahshua Tadakim. Shalom, Yahweh Shemal Atham by Hashem Yahweh Shai to the sisters out there. Once again, this is I.S.U.P.K, started 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Operate up under command and Junior YAHANNA. If you're not in I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth. You understand? All across this world, people get asked the question, what is the truth? The truth is the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians descend from the greatest people to ever walk the face of the earth. You understand? And the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? Tonight is the Brotherhood class or the scripture breakdown class. Turn the other one down. You turn on. Check. Oh yeah, most likely not a one. Yeah. Check. So yeah. Check. Can y'all still hear me?
Come.
Yeah, that's it. All right, so I'm gonna hold this class down to Captain I thought show up, Lord willing, you understand, so we get into it. So hot topics, man. Matter of fact, let's do this. This is one thing I always that allowed me to turn into the soldier that, you know what I'm saying, live up to that zeal that I always wanted to have. So being a soldier is all about being prepared. So being a soldier is about being prepared. How many of us got where your precept book at? Let me see your precept book. Who got a precept book? Hold them up. I don't see no. What a precept? Everybody got a precept book?
Salaki, so I didn't bring mine.
Who have their precept books? Who got them? I see you. Everybody else got them? What about your everybody got their sword? Everybody got a sword?
Come.
Everybody got a sword, right? What about your what about your Zondervan? Who got their Zondervan? Shalom. Everybody got their Zondervan?
Come.
Everybody got their Zondervan? All right, I'm about to go deep on you. Who got the Babylon and Timbuktu? Shalom stuff.
Salaki, I don't have my personal one, but we got one in the school.
All right. So we got access to one. All right. What about the Apocrypha? Everybody got the Apocrypha.
Come.
So when I say Bible, you know we talking about the Apocrypha, right?
Come.
All right. So the last thing but not least, Boz, I know who got the bag.
Who got the what?
Who got the bag? Yonazar. You got the bag?
I got a bag.
No, you got the bag.
Come on, sir.
See, I want to make sure the Akim, man, we want to make sure we always prepared, man. You never know when you may get the phone call to pick up everything and go and teach somewhere. You understand?
Come.
So you want to make sure everybody's prepared. That's something we, you know what I'm saying, the UPK, we thrive ourselves on being prepared for the mission, okay? So with that being said, like hot topics, what we got, Thaba One? Anything?
I mean, we got a few things. First off, the marijuana. Shout out to Officer Yanazar. He had sent me this a couple days ago. You know what I'm saying? I sent it up. You know what I'm saying, for the radio show. But the marijuana is killing everybody. The weed is killing people. It's all kind of new diseases that are being brought out that are showed to be tied to the consumption of cannabis. You know what I'm saying? And so now with all of this like legal weed, everybody being able to sell weed legally, you know what I mean, it's becoming kind of a problem because people are getting real sick from smoking weed.
Good night.
So, like, sir, if I may, Thaba One, if I may.
Come on.
And also, sir, it came out today, like, they have a chemical that they put in the marijuana to enhance the smell, to make it smell stronger. They said the name of the chemical, sir, but hell, if I could remember it. But they said that the chemical is made in China, and that right there is like a red flag.
Well, what brothers do be saying, they are smoking gas. I don't know if I've never would think that anything that you would say you're smoking gas would be some type of healing agent. You understand? You know, it's a thing where the Lord said, "Don't do it." We just shouldn't do it, right? If God says, "Don't do this," we should just not do it. Yeah, right? And then what God says, but if we listen to all the other nations that's on the face of the earth, what did the other nations tell us? Well, marijuana comes from the earth. You should be able to smoke marijuana. But the truth is, there's a agent that there's a reason to use all medicines of the earth. You understand? And if you're improperly using them, and then something happens to you, whose fault is it? It'd be your own, right? So whether China is producing the agent that is causing brothers and sisters to be sick, well, that shouldn't even matter if you were doing what you're supposed to do, right? If we're doing the right things, none of those things should happen to us, correct? Yeah. But since we're doing whatever makes us feel good, then we dealing with all type of issues. And you said China's making this thing?
China, it like they like the marijuana, right? A lot of it is like what's the word? It's synthetic. And then to enhance the smell, they got this chemical from China that makes the weed smell stronger.
Is that not something that in all the movies that Esau has pushed, what do they always push about marijuana? Anybody know? Think about all the movies that you've seen that glorify the use of marijuana, of cannabis. What do they push in front of us? What do they say? Anybody know?
If I may, sir, I'll give it a shot.
Uh-huh.
They basically, one of the things that they say about marijuana is that there was like, it was limited health risk. It was low health risk. It didn't affect.
I don't want you to go there yet. Come on with it. Yeah.
It's from the
Salak it.
natural.
It's from the earth, it's natural, but I'm going more to the point of what this thing is that we're actually discussing, though. Like what are we talking about? Think about what you just told me, and think about what is pushed in the movies. What did you just tell me, Yonazar?
That they used to always say that there was limited health risk. Marijuana was not unhealthy to smoke.
Like I said,
I'm talking about China. What did you just tell me about China?
China provides a chemical that enhances the smell.
The what?
The smell.
Now, what do they portray in all the movies when we talk about the use of marijuana, cannabis, THC? Go ahead.
Like the stronger the better.
Thank you. But the stronger what, Boz?
The stronger the weed is, the better the high is.
Salaki, sir.
Come on with it.
The stronger the scent of the marijuana.
Scent of it.
The stronger the scent, yes.
What did they say? Ooh, what they show in the movies? They put your nose to it, right?
Kind of one gun.
Oh, this is some snaky right here, ain't it?
Salaki.
Come on with it.
You remember? I can't remember what movie it was, but it was some movie where the brother hit the weed. I think it was the weed, and he pretty much choked and coughed himself to death. And the rest of the fellas in the room was like, "Yeah, that's what I want. Let me hit that."
Don't be a menace. Okay. You see how they set us up for failure? You see how the other nations sit around and they plot and strategize to make sure that whatever image that they want portrayed on the screen, like we suffer from those images. You understand?
Salaki, sir.
Come on with it.
Salaki, sir. Like, I know it's like in New York, right? Like, they're busting all of these illegal smoke shops, right? And most of them are owned by Elamites, right? But the fine on the books is only $25,000. And I mean, like $2,500, Salaki, $2,500, and they don't care. Like, as soon as they get raided, the profits that they're making is so great, they just come back and get some more. And it's mostly Elamites that's opening these illegal, like they got storefronts where they're selling marijuana right out of the store.
So you mean to tell me if they're selling these things, right? And what you just said, there's a direct correlation with people dying because of this marijuana, and they don't get they're accessory to murder, if I may.
And they only get fined $2,500 as of now. They're getting ready to change the law, make it more strict. But as of now, when they bust the stores, they can only like fine them like $2,500, which is nothing compared to the money that they're making off that weed.
Good night, man. These are the stories that Commander General Hunter asked us to go out and find throughout the media and through real life and put it in front of our people. So we can see that the world, come on with it, Thought One.
Salaki, let me cut you off. So, but I just want to just piggyback on what Yazar said. What you're saying, what you're bringing out with the story is so heavy because, you know what I'm saying? You're talking about how Elam, Moab, Ammon, all of them is involved in this trade, these drugs, you know what I'm saying? And now everybody gets to, you know what I mean, hold hands and be entrepreneurs, be weed entrepreneurs, you know what I mean? But for the past, however long, a black man with some weed in his pocket was the scariest thing on the earth. A black man, you know what I'm saying, selling weed on a corner somewhere was just a menace to society. He was a super predator, you know what I'm saying, according to Hillary Rodham Clinton, you know what I mean? But now all these other nations are showing they've been the real drug dealers and everyone thinks it's all good. They're not getting the stigma of being criminals that we always got, Salaki.
Right. See, and this is the thing that, we understand this as a nation of people, but yet and still we don't have any might in our hands. How will we be able to change that if we don't know the fight that we're really fighting? We look at it as just being television and entertainment, but we don't know that the cartoons that our children are watching, they're affecting their minds, right? The TV shows that they watch on TV, it affecting the way that they think, right? The education and the textbooks, it affecting the way our children think. So when you talk about the legalization of marijuana and all these smoke shops, you ever wonder why the smoke shops have all these bright lights? You ever thought about that? You ever thought about the psychology of what they put in front of us? It's made to draw you in. You ever thought about that? What happens when you see something flashing real fast? You get curious about it, right? If you seen something flashing with maybe like a green light, you probably wouldn't be as attracted to it, right? But what if it was red? It would catch your attention real fast. Why? Because it will remind you of an ambulance. What if it was flashing blue? It would remind you of what? Police cars, right? So these things get our attention real fast. And what do our young malleable children do? At the age of 16, 17, everybody blowing on hookah and vapes. My son, he's 11 years old and told me that some kid came to school with a vape and he was smoking it in the bathroom. He's 11. You see how important it is that we protect these children, man. Because if we're not protecting them, Yanazar, you said China was doing this and it was causing what?
It was causing these new illnesses that these illnesses that are being spread via the marijuana trade are new illnesses. Like they're not something that we had before. They're like new conditions and viruses and shit, all kind of stuff, man. It's crazy.
Right. So growing up, even with me, only thing I'm familiar with is, man, you got chicken pox. You know what I'm saying? That was the only thing we knew. Either you had a chicken pox or what? What, the flu? That was probably about the most, you know, you heard of a brother getting sick. Either had the flu or chicken pox. Come on with it. That's 3. You got 3 on? Is it unmuted? 3 is on. Go ahead.
Check.
Can y'all hear?
I don't know what you said earlier about the flashing lights. There's a study that was done that talks about how flashing lights make us more inclined to take stupid risks. So that's the reason why Vegas looks the way that it does. Casinos are lit up the way that they are in conjunction with those smoke shops.
Mm-hmm.
It's tempting you to come in to take a stupid risk.
So what? Now I'm gonna ask y'all to dig on this one. So the psychology of everything that we just spoke about, what do these things appeal to? The smell, the touch, the sights, the sounds. What do they all appeal to?
Salak,
Come on with it.
our senses.
Come on. So you can't be your natural self in this place. You have to be supernatural, man. You got to learn how to fight those things that's in your mind that you would naturally be attracted to. It's natural for a brother to see a woman and be like, "Oh man, she's a beautiful lady," right? You get pulled in by her beauty, right? But then you learn the truth about it. The beauty is one of the things you should pay the least attention to, right? Now I ain't saying I'm saying like it can't be the only thing that you pay attention to when it comes to choosing a wife. There are more skills that come along with it. That's right. Right? Sisters, if you're picking a husband, it can't just be about he's wearing some J's and a nice suit, nice car, and money. It has to be much more, right? So everything else that you may choose in the world will often appeal to what? Your senses. He smells good. He got on that Baccarat 540. He's tall. He's 6'6". Whatever the thing that, more chestnut, whatever the sisters be into nowadays, I don't know. Huh? He drive a 545 Benz, a BMW. He makes X amount of dollars. Woo. All those things appeal to what is natural to what we see, feel, touch, and smell. But the Lord asks us to live a life that's higher than that. You understand? We can't just go off the basic things of human sight. We got to go by what thus says the Lord. We look in here, and we can't be, this marijuana smells like it'll knock you out, right? We don't want to do that. And why not? Because the Lord commanded us to live a life that's higher than that. You understand? You got that verse for me, Bunky, y'all?
In the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 27.
Hold on, let everybody get that for me, Bible Shaw. Everybody got it? Everybody there?
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 27.
Come on.
Okay.
An ungodly man.
Hold on, Salaki. Young man Johnny, you want to read it? You want to read it? Give him a hand. Most High in Christ. Yeah, man, Kevin, you want to read? You want to read during the class, Bible Show? Okay, the water. Most High in Christ. Go ahead and take it for him till he get ready to bunk, y'all.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 27.
Go ahead.
An ungodly man diggeth up evil.
What?
An ungodly man diggeth up evil.
So now we talking about an ungodly man. We get told all the time that it's from the earth, Craig. Right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no job, Craig. These things that the Lord give us in the earth. But the scripture is saying, what type of man does this?
An ungodly man diggeth up evil.
Read on.
And in his lips there is a burning fire.
And in his lip is a what?
Burning fire.
So what is this talking about, Baba Kashaw? Anybody want to take it? What is this talking about?
If I may, sir.
Please, Yonazar.
It's talking about smoking.
What about smoking though?
When you smoke, anything that that you smoke, you know what I'm saying, in your lips, you got to puff it, and in your lips there's this fire, When you smoking, whether it's a cigarette, whatever you're smoking, I don't care what it is, there's some fire involved. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Come on, young man Kevin.
Smoking makes you an ungodly man.
Smoke. Is your mic on?
Go
ahead. What'd you say again?
Smoking makes you an ungodly man.
All right. So smoking makes you an ungodly man, right? What would make you a godly man?
Not smoking, not picking up a blunt at all.
All those, what you're saying is right, but make it simple. Make it, come on, yeah.
Following the law, statutes, and
give him a hand. You understand? the fastest way to learn what real strength is learning what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So you want to have real strength, it's just simply you understanding how to be strong and making your decisions, right? So when you talk about smoking, is one of the ways you lower your, you understand, you lower your strength because you're being what? Ungodly. You understand what I'm saying? Us not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments makes us weak. It makes you vulnerable to everything that happens, Yonazar, right? It makes you vulnerable to all the illnesses and plagues that could come unto you because you're being vulnerable, you're being weak, you're being what? Ungodly, right? Isn't that what happening with the brothers who smoking this gas, Yonazar?
Kind of one con, sir, definitely.
And what you said was happening to them again?
They're getting these new illnesses that the medical field is like, they're just learning about. So that puts you at a disadvantage in itself.
Right. So we talking about even how let's talk about the elements. Anytime you add fire to certain things, you change the chemical compound of that agent. You understand? But we don't think about this as when you're looking for a good time, you don't really think about things like that, right? One of the first thing I learned was anybody ever threw a rock and like hit a glass window, anything like that? You ever done something like that? You ever thrown a rock and hit a glass window? He said, nah, not yet. But when you're thinking about it, you throwing the rock, you just think it's just having a good time. But what I learned at a very early age, if you're throwing the rock, you better consider the glass that may come back at you. Everything in life, just because it's fun or you think you're having a good time, doesn't mean it doesn't come with consequences, right? Not being obedient to the Father comes with consequences, right? Being obedient to the Father allows you to live a good life, a godly life. You understand? A life that is built with consciousness about what you do and what's wrong. But living ungodly, you're digging up what? All types of evil. And when you're digging up all types of evil, what do you begin to do? You look for the fun in it. So what do you begin to do? Smoke. You're going to put that fire to your lips. And if you ever seen somebody smoking a cigarette at night without everything going around it, what do they look like they have in their lips when they're smoking? When they take a good long drag on that cigarette, what do they look like they're doing? What does it look like they have in their mouth? You know? Come on, sis. Yeah, we say, yeah. You know, back in the day, you used to call a cigarette a fag. You know, I'm just saying. So, but you're right. But if somebody's taking a hit of a cigarette at night with no lights around, what does it look like? You know, you clearly talking to a person, but what does it look like that they have in their mouth? Anybody know? You don't know?
See, like it, sir.
Come on.
Yeah, it look like they have fire in their mouth.
Look, they have fire in their mouth. I'll give them a hand. You understand? You taking a drag on that cigarette. It literally looks like you have fire in your mouth, because the bud or the cherry or the cigarette or the blunt or whatever that you have in your mouth, because you're pulling on it, creates I guess a reaction, and it lights up. You're lighter because it's burning. It's almost like you ever seen somebody light coals or light a match? They blow on it, what? It get brighter, right? That's what happened. The same thing when you smoking or being what? Ungodly.
That's right.
Those type of men will look for reason to put things in their mouth, which makes them ungodly. You understand? A ungodly man diggeth up evil. Come on. Who got it? Oh, young man Johnny.
Lucky, sir. You wanted me to go to verse 28?
Just read it again, Baba, for sure.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16. It's lucky, verse 27. An ungodly man diggeth up evil.
Go ahead.
And in his lips there is as a burning fire.
And as a lip is as a burning fire. That's what the trooper just said. Right. It as a burning fire, because that's what it looks like. Right. The Bible is so real, man. It's our everyday life. But when you get taught that your king is some white boy looking like Bon Jovi or what's his name, Billy Ray Cyrus. We never see ourselves in this Bible. It's sad that in this day and time we go to Deuteronomy and read the curses and we can be like, yeah, we've been through that.
Right.
Yeah, I remember we've gone through this. We've lost our heritage. We've lost our inheritance. We've lost our sense of dignity and pride in being brothers and sisters. We look through this and we see ourselves in here, right? But there's a twist to it. If we do what thus says the Lord, we'll see ourselves for who we really are. Right. And that's the greatest people that's on the face of the earth. You understand? That's right. And that's what we are fighting for, to raise up children and men and women to live by what thus says the Lord and not what makes them feel good. You understand? That's right. Because what feels good can unalive you sometimes. And what the article saying, Yanazar?
Sir. And if I may, sir,
please.
Like we have the law. We was blessed to be given the law, right? And the law wasn't just given to us for rules, man. The law was given to us like when we implement these laws, the society or civilization is to flourish. That's how the laws are designed. What's to flourish under these laws?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Right. And with all of this smoking this and smoking that, it's actually, and we can see it, deteriorating the society itself and the people. Right. The people are the society.
See, but that's the gimmick that the oppressor plays. He wants you at your weakest state. So if your nutrition and your morals are low, then anything I can do to you, I can control you.
That's right.
You have nothing to fight for. Like you'll put down your hands and wave the white flag if I got you in my back pocket. You have no reason to fight. You'll be more inclined to go ahead and do what? Join with this empire. You'll be more inclined to go ahead and join the military. Why? Because we don't have anything in our neighborhoods worth fighting for.
Right.
Well, look at the apartments that we come from, the projects, and the housing that we live in. The police patrolling the neighborhood. You're dealing with PTSD from the age of 8 years old till you graduate high school. What do you want to do? You try to escape that. So what are the escapes? Join the military, join the police force, join a gang. What you say? Drugs. You're looking for anything to alleviate the real life that's around you. You understand? And that's what the oppressor is banking on. He's almost got like a what the thing, Kawhi, I know you know what this is. What's the thing that's in Vegas that they put the ball on and spin it? The roulette, right? Well, that's how the oppressor looks at us, right? He got a board that the roulette is set up, and he got all things on the. Come on with it.
So I believe Captain of 30,000.
Cap got you good. Hey, with that, I'm gonna turn the class over and preach power of the Lord. Captain of 13,000, Captain 9,000 by Yum.
Hey, Shalom. Isupk thumb. Yashima Tiba Shimon Shai. How y'all doing?
Shalom.
Good. Hey, Taba One.
Come.
I'm gonna send you email address, right? Send the link to this brother.
Come, sir.
All right. Check in the I'm gonna send you a message on the private chat, right? Just with it, right?
Come.
Hang on 1 minute.
You can take that on the other side with the sister. You want to? The other camera. Oh. It's a lie. What's that on? That's on that's just YouTube. Oh, that's streaming off.
You have any question? I thought when I send you the message there, right?
Come, sir.
All right. Any questions? And if not, we will get back into what we was doing last week. And you know what I mean, and get, you know what I mean, nasty need correct. You know what I mean? Come on.
It's like, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Did you send me the email address, sir? I see the messages, but I don't see the email address.
Oh man, I sent it right back to the brother. Salakia. Hold on. Where's tab one? Yeah, just sent it.
Oh, okay, sir.
All right. All right. So what we stopped off at last week, right? We was basically getting into the history of marriage, right?
Oh, okay, sir.
Was anybody remember the history? Where it all come from? Well, type of one get the
It was the Julian Slacker, sir. It was the Julian marriage laws.
Okay, but where does it come from?
What we had came to was that it comes from the Bible, part of it.
Love it, sir.
Come on.
I remember correctly, wasn't it something to do with the Sabian wives or something like that?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
it. That's the whole, myth about marriage, where it comes from. When you open the Bible, you don't see any priests or any brother or sister standing in front of a priest and reading a vow. You understand? You see the priest reading out the Bible, but what you don't see is that paper that he has tucked right over the scripture.
Right.
Where he's reading. You understand? That whole what you call it? That whole promise the city make in marriage. Right? And how you know marriage is, according to what they say marriage is, it's trash. How do you know?
It's like so.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a few ways to know, you know what I'm saying? First off, I mean, number one, the Bible doesn't tell you to go get, you know what I'm saying, marriage license and deal with the government and all of that. That's not in the scriptures.
Mm-hmm. But if we were to just say, yo, close the Bible, you know them preachers like this, just close the Bible.
Come on.
You're like, brother, I know we're gonna agree to disagree. Let's close the Bible for 1 minute, brother. That you're like a pastor.
Come on.
You know what I mean? How we know marriage is, according to what I.S.U.K say, or your slave master say marriage is, it's against God.
Like you said.
Come on.
I mean, because even by their standards, it doesn't work.
How you know?
I mean, I think over 60% of marriages in America end in divorce.
That's why I'm trying to get you to go. Trying to get you all to go to numbers, facts. And how I say to New York, facts be facts. You understand? You could pull facts from now till Christ come back on marriage according to the so-called Christian church, and you could see that it's it's never been working. You understand? Never been working. Right? There's no way in the Bible saying a man had to get on his knees and give a woman a ring. Can you give a woman a ring? Akia.
Salakia, on your knees.
No, I'm asking, can you give her a ring?
Oh, Salakia, Khan, you can. It's not unlawful, but it's not, you
very good.
I'm not gonna say that, yeah. It's not unlawful.
That's the correct way to say it. It's not unlawful to give her a ring. You understand? But getting on one knee and saying, will you marry me? That is trash. You understand?
Right.
That has nothing to do with the Bible. All right. Tabon, you ready for me with the video?
You want to go back to Nasty Nate?
Yeah, come on. We want to turn that him. We want to show him that a trooper in UPK is better than him.
Come on, sir.
Understand?
Okay, I'll give it to Sammy just a moment, sir.
You know what I mean? You can't stand up next to a trooper in here. He ain't fit.
Come on,
sir. You know what I mean? And of course, you all saw the video yesterday. You all saw the working?
Salaki Cat, you talking about the was it Prince? Wasn't it Prince? What's the brother?
It was Big Frida.
It wasn't Prince, was it?
Big Frida.
He was.
Jeremiah, you know what I mean, crown him Big Frida.
Oh, Big Frida.
Yeah.
I thought that was Prince came back.
Prince.
With Prince.
Nothing with him now.
Prince did dances games.
That man was whipping that neck like a. You know what? The only thing I was missing inside that classroom was a pole for him.
Oh my goodness.
He would have gone berserk. He would have gone crazy if it had a pole in that classroom. Man. It would have been like, yo, what's going on in that class? Where we at? Come on.
I got the video.
Okay. Hey, could you make it small and make our thing like put that up in the corner? Are you able to do that?
I can only do that, but it only would be on you, sir. That's
okay. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, make them, you know what I mean, make that small. So he ain't, you know what I mean, and you could shrink it and put it up in the corner.
La, so I can't put it up in the corner, sir. La.
Okay, so I'm gonna shift around this side here. So all right, go ahead. Stop up like 529 or something like that.
That's where we left off, sir.
529.
Con. Oh, Slack is muted. Slack you.
Let me take your time.
1, where it reads, let me read it. It says, "This is a true saying: if a man desire the office of a bishop, he desires good work."
That's already right. That's Timothy. All right, and we know that, you know, I mean, what we dissect that, right? In a way to show that that if what he is saying is correct, then what? Then Christ could not be a bishop. Paul can't be a bishop. They are not leaders according to what he is saying, and we all know he is what? He is a liar.
That's right.
You understand? He's lying on the scriptures. He does not know the scriptures.
Okay.
And the men that follow him, you for sure know they don't know the scriptures because he does not know it. So you know the amount of brotherly stuff going on inside there. I don't have to tell you. It's nigh on to the Catholic Church.
That's right.
You understand? The Catholic Church had some scandal coming out with the priests and them raping them nuns. Brother, oh boy. They're not far from that.
That's
it's
right.
Not they doing it with that whole secret type society type thing that he's trying to do. He ain't far from that.
Okay.
You understand? Go ahead.
Remember, he said in one of his classes, man said straight up that they should bring the whole corrective rape they're doing in Africa. He said they should bring that over here. He was saying they should start raping people.
Right. I heard that one. Okay. If you listen close on into the tape, he clearly says, you know what I mean, he against it. So I ain't gonna hold that on him. But what sense? Why do you even bring up corrective rape? Like what sick bastard would bring up corrective rape? You understand what I'm saying? Like, why would you even bring that? Rape is rape. There's no such thing as corrective rape. So there's no explaining.
That's
right. So play a little more.
Okay.
We're gonna skip through it a little bit.
It says one. We gotta.
What's that, sir?
No, go ahead. I said we're gonna skip through some of it, right?
Okay, sir.
Go ahead.
Learn to grow together, like the scriptures say, the two shall be one flesh. In Matthew 19. So I do know that in the coming kingdom on earth, the Bible prophesies that men will have more than one, but that's in the coming kingdom when we are changed. Okay, if I can read it, Phil, if I can read it. So I don't want no one to misunderstand. I love my fellow Israelite brothers and sisters, although there's a discrepancy in understanding in terms of polygamy or polygyny, however they call it.
Right? No, you gotta listen to it clearly. Listen to him clearly, right? You know what I mean? He what is he saying?
He's saying it's discrepancy and the understanding. Like, you know, he has a pure understanding of it, and everybody else is wrong that believes in polygamy.
That too, but he is saying something else there that you can't just don't just how to play like
Gloss over.
yeah, brush over it, because the way he's saying it, and with them, they like to say things in a way where it's it doesn't, it don't have any meaning to it, but it does. If you understand what I'm saying.
Come on, should I put it again?
No, go ahead.
That men will have more than one, but that's in the coming kingdom when we are changed. Okay, if I can read it, Phil.
No,
if I can read it.
Tell me
So
what
I don't
he's
want no one.
saying. What is he saying? What is he saying?
To my, like you said, my interpretation.
He's saying something there where he had that ass had to be hooked up. Come on,
if I may.
Go ahead.
He's saying that like there's a different law now than there is going to be in the kingdom of heaven.
That's he. Yanazar, you're on it. You own it. You own it, and you start doing that act. You are bringing a heresy. You're a heretic.
That's right.
You don't know jack squat. That's no different than than someone saying, well, we don't have to eat. We could eat pork right now. When Christ returned, they say we're supposed to stop eating pork. Then we stop. But because we're in captivity, we can break the laws of God.
Right.
Is that what you're saying? Because we're in captivity, we can break the laws of God? No. Where can I go to prove him wrong? Give me where it say wherever you go, wherever land you go in. You all know what I'm talking about, the precept?
Know your dwelling, sir?
Right? Oh, just come to Deuteronomy 28 and 15. 28 and 1. Click me there.
I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments.
And to what? Observe and do what?
All his commandments.
Where? What is he saying here? What is Moses saying here? That we have to do what? All his commandments. When we want to? When we're in the kingdom? Right? Is Moses saying to do this when we're in the kingdom? He ain't saying when to do this in the kingdom. You're going to have to do it. You're going to follow the Lord's laws where? Right here, right now. In captivity. Right. That's the only way you're going to get out. That's the only way getting out of this captivity. You can't wait for the kingdom. Who says to wait for the kingdom? Who says that?
A sinner.
A sinner and who? A Christian. You understand? Christians tells you know what I mean, make you feel like right now you can't be righteous. You ever hear Christians say you can't be perfect? That's it. But we know you can't be perfect by doing what? Following laws, statutes, and commandments. You can't be perfect. You understand? Right? Read on.
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
Go ahead.
And that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Right? 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 Rick? Continue.
Verse 2. And all these blessings shall come upon thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So you're going to have to follow all the laws. You don't pick and choose what you want to follow. That's a Christian. You don't pick and choose, you know what I mean, what you want to do. When you start picking and choosing what you want to do, what are you creating?
Your own religion.
Your own religion. That's what you're creating. You're creating your own religion when you start picking and choosing what to follow in the Bible. You understand? That's why you have what? Why you have the Catholic Church? What we know the Catholic Church good for?
You said before, Sluggy, sir, you said before.
What do we know the Catholic Church is good for?
Child molestation, sir.
Yes, child molestation. So guess what? If you want to be a pedophile, right? You want to molest children, guess where it could go? The Catholic Church. Right?
No one can.
It's a haven for it. Like how much you I think Yanis, you sent a story with them having to sell off some of the asset to pay off some of them liabilities, them court fees.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Why?
Sir.
Why?
Sold because you know, in New York City on 54th Street, they had a building there. It was a 9-story building, and it was a women's shelter.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to sell it for less than what the value. They could have got more for it, but they sold it for $25 million because they had to pay fees for all the lawsuits of child abuse and sexual abuse cases.
You understand? Now, and you telling me in 2023, there's still sex abuse cases showing up in the Catholic Church? Why? Why? Because some man made a religion saying what? A man could only marry one woman.
That's right.
A priest can have no wife.
Right.
So now guess what? A priest can molest boys now.
Right.
None of them so-called acolytes, they have to watch their behind where they're sitting. Because a priest is right next to them. You understand?
Sluggy, sir.
Come on.
For what Nasty Nate was saying earlier about him making up his own Israelite school, talking about we can't keep the law. Yeah, just like a fake Israel. The Old Testament Israelites say the same thing. But could we use Baruch 2:30 for a
Come on.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 2, verse 30. Shalakia. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people.
Right.
But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves and shall know that I am the Lord, their power. For I will give them an heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Most High.
Yes, you understand? Like there's no getting around it. You're going to have to follow all the Lord's statutes and commandments. You're going to have to follow every single one of them. You can't go make up your own religious group because you find there's much polygamy. Because you're home, excuse my language, you are LGBTQ. You understand? You part of the community. Why the Catholic Church have so much what they call it LGBTQ? Why is them priests molesting them boys like that? Why? You understand? So now you understand where they're taking it. Now you understand the depicts, right? Now you understand that them thing real. Them thing in makeup. You all know what I'm talking about, right?
Con.
I try to keep it PG-13.
Right.
But you know exactly what I'm talking about. Them things are real. With Nate sending pictures of private parts to his deacons and bishops.
Salagi, sir.
Come on.
It's a video. One of the brothers left the school because of it. Of this school because of that. He said that his excuse was he meant to send it to his wife, but he sent it to all the brothers. That's crazy. That's not an accident.
Right. You understand? Like how you got okay. I understand one brother, maybe. I'm gonna give Nate it because you know what I mean, nasty Nate. He's nasty Nate. One brother. You understand? But a bunch, he was testing the waters. He was testing to see the reaction. You understand? Testing to see who's going to be all the way down with him. You understand? All right? And some brothers ain't going for that. Right? That was it on that scripture?
Khan, that was just about the keeping the laws and captivities. Khan.
You understand? Like wherever you go, you're going to have to keep it. You can't pick and choose. You can't say, well, we're not in the kingdom right now, so we can only have one woman. Where you see that in the Bible? That's nowhere in the Bible. That's why I said them troopers in here, they're gold. Right. They with more than him. Them young man sitting down behind them desk with more than him. You understand?
Salaki, sir.
Know the Bible. Come on.
I think I got that precept you was looking for.
Come on, bring it out, by.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5 and verse 31.
Mm-hmm.
But as for thee, stand thou here by me, and I will speak unto thee all the commandments and all the statutes and the judgments which thou shalt teach them, that they may do them in the land which I give them to possess it.
Mm-hmm. Right, that's a good one. But his whole thing going to be what? Now we don't possess this land. You understand? Okay. When you know what I mean, you don't have to, you know what I mean, then you don't have to, how to put it, you don't have to wait, in other words, for the kingdom of heaven. Right. You're not waiting on the kingdom of heaven. We're trying to do what? What we trying to do?
We're trying to give, the Most High reason to send YAHANNA back. We're trying to preach Christ.
Yeah, that's it. We're trying to bring Christ back. We're not trying to wait. You understand? There's a precept in the New Testament where it speaks about that.
It's about Salaki, sir. Is it the one where it says this Officer Lahab? Is it the one where it says the kingdom is within you?
Romans 10 and 6.
Read that for me.
But the righteousness which is of faith speaketh on this wise. Say not in thine heart, who shall ascend into heaven?
You understand? Who shall what?
Ascend into heaven.
Meaning what?
Don't be doing that crap like you the 2/3 and you ain't, you don't even think in your head about like who's the one going to be going to heaven. You got to
yes.
in.
Don't say if you leave your group, what? Then your name blotted out the book. Right. When you have a bunch of homos. Salakia brothers. I hope you have picked off. Help Mount Tabo. Come on.
What verse was that again, sir?
Romans 10, verse 6.
The water, sir.
I don't know, my brother.
All right. Started from the top again.
Khan. This is the book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 6. But the righteousness which is of faith speaketh on this wise.
Right, the righteousness. You understand? Of this what? Faith. And faith without works is what? Dead. Speak it on this wise. This way. Read on.
Khan. Say not in thine heart.
Don't say in your what? In your mind. Don't try to say what? Read on.
Who shall ascend into heaven?
You make heaven. You created heaven on earth. Right? Read on.
That is to bring Christ down from above.
Understand? Christians doing what? What are Christians doing?
If I may, sir.
Come on.
The Christians actually, they stall the righteousness, or they block the righteousness.
No. Meaning pertaining to this, right? What do Christians say? Christians say what? That they what?
If you believe in Christ, you're gonna make it to heaven.
Yeah, but what do they say? I know you all, you all left out of there. Thank the Lord. I trying, I'm trying to see if I could take you back there, but Yanazar, you all resisting that.
So lucky, sir.
Let's put that Christian hat on just for 2 seconds. And take it off after. Come on.
That's kind of hard, sir. But I'll do my best.
It's like it, so the Christians say they already saved.
Yeah.
They already saved. They in that number already.
Yes. The Christians say, I'm saved. You understand? I am saved. So what are they doing when they say they're saved? What does that mean?
There's no judgment.
No, pertaining to what we just read. Come on.
They're saying where it says say not in thy heart. They're already saying it now. They're doing exactly what the scripture is saying. They're saying they're already saved, waiting on the rapture. They don't gotta do nothing else. So in their mind, they already put themselves in heaven. They already think Big Mama up there and and Kobe and everybody else. They're just waiting their turn to go up there.
Yes, they're waiting. So what's the difference between them and us?
So I guess I would repeat that.
What's the difference between them and us when it pertaining to this? To Christ coming.
Yeah, we don't say that whole save thing. We endure to the end. Like we're the ones who are doing what the scripture says. We're trying to convince YAHANNA by keeping these righteous acts to come down. We're not saying we're already saved. We don't even say the whole 2/3 thing. We're trying to convince that the Most High save all Israel. So we're the ones actually putting in that work.
Yes. You don't say you leave here, your name blotted out the book. You can make that call. Who is you? You leave out here, Lord be with you. I don't know if you're going to make it on the chariot nonetheless, but I know you stand a better chance we're in here. You understand? You stand a way better chance in here. I know that for a fact. Right. You understand? Okay. Now, the difference between us and them Christians is this, Akim. We are trying to bring Christ back tonight. You understand? By the way we live. You understand? We're trying to bring him back. The Christians waiting on him to come back. There's a totally different spirit. You understand? A Christian spirit is, if you're waiting on somebody to come, then who doing the work? Right. Who doing the work?
Sluggy, sir.
Come on.
Pause the person that's coming.
Say it one time.
I said pause the person that's coming.
Say that one more time.
Good night. Salaki, sir.
Oh.
The person who is the person who you're waiting for is who's doing it.
Yes, the person you're waiting for doing the work. So guess what? With them Christians, Christ have a lot of work to do.
Okay.
He have a lot of work to do. You understand? When guess who's supposed to be doing the work? You, Negro. You understand? Right. You're supposed to be doing the work. He went and died on the cross so that you could live, and you still wanna send your private part pictures to brothers. You wanna have, men inside here, marrying trannies and then shooting them in the face. You want that? You want to do that? Then you ain't trying to bring Christ back. Right. You understand? You're not. Right?
Sluggy, sir.
Come on.
Because I had another precept. Could this go with it? Luke 19 and 13?
Go, let me hear it.
The book of Luke, chapter 19, verse 13. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Verse 14. But his citizens hated him and sent a message after him saying, we will not have this man to reign over us.
Yes. You understand? Yes. Occupy till I come doesn't mean what? You're going to just do what the hell you want to do. You're going to have to do what the Lord wants you to do. You're going to have to do it. Right? Let's see. Luke. Could I have a question or that precept he trying to give? You could use this one also too, but you want to look for the scriptures where he tell you you're gonna have to do his laws wherever you go. You can't pick and choose. Okay. Go to is Maya there?
Sir.
That one is Mahaya there. Okay. I'm gonna send you this, right?
Come on, sir.
Either you could let Yanaza read it or yourself.
Right. Oh, I select. So, he sent it to me. I got it right here. You talking about the Julian marriage laws?
Yeah. He sent it to you.
Come on, sir. I got it right here.
Okay. So now let's go into a little bit on marriage, and then we'll go back to your nasty need.
So just read it from the top, sir.
No. You want to read? We did it, Julian, right? You want to skip down to marriage in ancient Rome.
Come on, sir.
I mean, that's why I tell people to go do the research and see where this whole marriage thing come from, where it came from. Like how you could say, you're reading the Bible and you're separating from your oppressor, but you're still holding on to your oppressor customs.
That's right.
That baffles me. What you doing supposed to not even be close as what he is trying to do in his society. You understand? There should be some type of friction, if you understand what I'm saying. It can't be that you fit in to this lifestyle smooth, no friction whatsoever. You understand? That's why he tells you to do what? He tells you to do what? Go be a cop. Go join the military. Go do it. Because he is not trying to have you live like an Israelite. You understand? He wants that what? What he wants, like every Christian pastor. What he wants?
It's like, sir.
Money. Money, yeah. You understand? And the Bible says something about a coward. The Bible says don't go talk find out for me. We say don't go talk war with a coward. All right. Now, while somebody getting that for me, Tabo and read this for me. Marriage in ancient Rome.
Oh, come. Marriage in ancient Rome. Marriage in ancient Rome was a strictly monogamous institution.
Right? And this is in Rome. Right? This is not in the Bible. This is in Rome. Right? Now read on.
Come. A Roman citizen, by law, could have only one spouse at a time.
By law? By whose law? Whose law?
Salakia, sir. The Romans?
Yeah, the Romans. I don't do the Bible. This is a Roman law you're reading about. Right? Read on.
Come, sir. Salakia. The practice of monogamy distinguished the Greeks and Romans from other ancient civilizations.
Now you understand where they're taking it. Remember when you looked up the countries that did it, Tabo one?
Okay.
More than likely the ones that do it is in alliance with who? with America. That whole democracy, that whole capitalism, their way of lifestyle, right? More than likely, right? Read on.
Come. It's like you. The practice of monogamy distinguished the Greeks and Romans from other ancient civilizations.
And you hear the word they use, right? Distinguish, meaning what?
It's like it, sir.
It's
it's being a little funny with the words. They're using it like it made them different, but they're using the word distinguished, which almost makes it seem like it made them better.
Yes, because Nasty Nate is going to make it look like it's better to have what?
One wife.
One wife. It's better. You turning your sisters into hoes. That's what Nasty Nate's saying. And you gonna tell me you're gonna follow him? A trooper could run that organization.
That's right.
Way better than him.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
If I could, sir. Most of these fake Israelites, like Nasty Nate, no different. I mean, the last time they was in the UPK, they basically was troopers themselves. You know what I'm saying? But a trooper now, at least he in the truth now. You was a trooper back in '92. You know what I mean? And then thought you can go and start your own thing, and that's why your organization is, your people is shooting trainees in the face and things like that. Salaki, sir.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Bet you about they are what's the nice word? They are searching the high heavens, the depths of the ocean, that internet all over, looking for what? What are they looking for?
Sluggy, sir.
Come on.
No, what I was going to say, sir, if I may, they looking for something to come back at us with.
Yeah, but we won West.
That's right.
You better. You understand? You follow these rules this school have is for a reason, so that you don't have to be embarrassed like that on the internet. Your leader working on TV for the whole nation, plus the oppressor to see. One of your leaders, a man that you follow, is twerking. Brother, if I do that, I might break my neck. I'm telling you, you're gonna be like cop in the hospital. What he was trying to do. He was trying to do that neck dance that somebody was doing.
Right.
And he ain't cop no more. He trooper 9 fact. You understand?
Go.
Right? Come on.
Come. The practice of monogamy distinguished the Greeks and Romans from other ancient civilizations in which elite males typically had multiple wives.
And what?
In which elite males typically had multiple wives.
See what I mean? You understand? You understand what he's saying, right?
Come.
No, where they taking it? Where's the next route they take it?
Slaggers, they're gonna take it to Christian pastors, because only ones can have more than one wife, and athletes and rich men, because they're elites. And you work at Coca-Cola, you can't have more than one.
Why?
Because it only benefits them. It's selfish. It's
It's
go ahead, sir. Slugger.
No, okay. Boy, you all pure. I like that. You all pure as can be. I like that. But brother, it's to the point where you ever hear a woman saying, "Why you want so much woman? You could take care of all of them."
Oh, right. Slugger, is it because that's the whole it goes with the whole notion that if you have more than one wife, you have to have money to take care of them all.
Yes.
Right.
You a sheik? You understand? That's why in that Christian organization, IUIC, what do they say? If you're a man without a job, what happened? You shouldn't have a what? You shouldn't have a woman.
Have a woman.
You understand? Because that's where it's going.
So like I said,
come on.
If I could too, like, you know what I mean, what you're saying is heavy, but if I could piggyback on what Officer Kowal said, it's heavy as well. You know, it's like, and that goes right in line with that Christian organization teaching what they teach, because the Bible doesn't teach that a man got to have money to have more than one wife. There's not one scripture in the Bible, not one place anywhere that says, you know, if a man got more than one wife, he got to have money. But we know that Christian organization hates what, you know what I'm saying, what they call niggas. You know what I mean? If you're a nice, you know, black man, then, you know, it's understandable, but they can't stand to see a nigga having more than one woman. You know what I'm saying? That to them is just a horrible thing. Some cat with gold teeth, you know what I'm saying, boots and braids, and he got more than one. Oh no, we can't have that. You know what I'm saying? That's just too much. And they going right along with the oppressor, because the oppressor don't want to see that either. Salaki.
Yeah, because they're soft like baby doo-doo.
Right. Oh God.
You understand? Can't handle that. Ain't no sweat. Tap Pampers wipes.
Right.
Right. Give me give me a little more, and then we'll go to the video, and then we'll start pulling some scriptures on it.
Come on, sir.
And start backing everything up like we always do in here. You understand? With the Bible, not with what we think or what we feel. You understand?
Come on.
Go ahead, Tabo one.
Come on. Greco-Roman monogamy may have arisen from the egalitarianism of the democratic and republican political systems of the city-states.
So where did this all come from?
Salaki, sir. Politics.
Yeah. Politics. Like, if you go back, how did abortion even come into mainstream? How did it come on mainstream? Where it came from?
What came on mainstream?
Abortion.
Salaki, sir. Was it Roe v. Wade?
Yes, but okay. How to put it? I'm trying to get it to see that most of the time when Esau does what he does, it's political. You understand? So now you have Roe v. Wade on the scene. So guess what? More abortion is being pushed more and more until you start running to be a senator or one of those congressmen. Now, guess what have to be on the table? Are you for abortion or against abortion? You understand? So now you write laws in place for abortion. You understand?
So lucky, sir. This is a question. So democracy or this political system is like tied hand in hand with financial gain.
Yes. Yes.
So like, sir.
Come on.
You said how did abortion come on the scene?
Yes, meaning mainstream.
Come on. So they gave us things like what is it, like Teen Mom and stuff like that, like where they show, oh, you're so young, you should have an abortion, like you got your life ahead of you, and then they put it in the music, in the TV shows, the video, the movies, everything like that, and pushed it into our neighborhoods because it was people that looked like us that were saying that or praising that they done had 2-3 abortions. And the only way that they would have been successful is if they had them abortions.
Right. And then the politician, remember when Jesse Jackson was running, right? You remember when Jesse Jackson was running?
Yes, I remember that.
Was Jesse Jackson for abortion or against abortion before he started running?
So like
he was against
abortion. He was against abortion. But by the time he got all the way in, it changed. It started becoming what? Political. You understand? And once it started becoming political, you have to look at it and see why it's becoming political. What's the gain? Who is going to gain from it? You understand? Right? Come on. So read on a little bit a little more again from the tab 1.
Come on, sir. Salakia. Greco-Roman monogamy may have arisen from the egalitarianism of the democratic and republican political systems of the city-states. It is one aspect of ancient Roman culture that was embraced by early Christianity, which in turn perpetuated it as an ideal in later Western culture.
In later what?
In later Western culture.
In later Western culture, which lets you know what? What is this telling you?
It's like, sir.
Come on.
Well, it's a few things actually. So it's first off, it's saying that, you know, it's showing a connection between Christianity and ancient Rome. You know, and then it's showing how most of, again, what they call Western culture.
Yes.
You know, Europe, and once they came to the, you know, to what they call the New Land, or the United States, and so on, everything on the Western Hemisphere, was heavily influenced by that early Christianity.
Yes.
So we live in a Christian society, and this ideal, they use that word ideal, meaning that in Western culture, this is treated like that's how it's supposed to be.
Yes.
This is the best way for it to be. And that is blatantly telling you it comes from Christianity by way of ancient Rome.
So you see what's going on with this, right? So now you have an Israelite group run by needs that is believing in what? Western culture. It's not an Israelite culture. You understand?
Right.
It's not an Israelite culture. Right? Now, go back to the video.
Come on, sir.
Back to Nasty Need.
Should like so.
Go ahead.
I want to misunderstand. I love my fellow that men will have more than one, but that's in the coming kingdom when we are changed. Okay, if I can read it, Phil, if I can read it. So I don't want no one to misunderstand. I love my fellow Israelite brothers and sisters, although there's a discrepancy in understanding in terms of polygamy or polygyny, however they call it. Bear with me, let me find Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1. Here we go. Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1. And it reads.
Pause it right there, right? You know what I mean? Go to it. Go to it. All right. And now Isaiah is in what testament?
Old Testament, sir.
In the Old Testament, right? Come on.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 4 and verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel.
And what day that is? Are you insinuating when we in the king? That's the day? What day that is? Did it say when we in the kingdom?
Salakia, sir, you're right. It don't even say that in the scripture.
So what day that is?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
That would be like right now.
Right now, wherever we are, you're correct.
Right. And also, can I add on to that too?
Come on.
I was gonna say the 7 to 1 is like a ratio. Like that's like saying like 7 females to 1 man. That's like a ratio. That's basically what that is in a sense. I guess you could say.
Yes, you're correct. But Nastinet is using this to show what? I think he has to say.
Oh, Slug. So you want to play?
Nastinet on more.
You said take it off, sir? Pause?
No. Play it.
Come on, sir.
his mouth. Let that trash come out of his mouth.
Come
No,
on, come on.
don't go back. Just hit play.
Thank you, sir.
It says, and in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. In that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. So right now we have not escaped. We're all still in captivity. I know that under the old covenant or Old Testament, when we were in our own land, we ruled ourselves, we had our own king. We had many different wives. But when you get to the
no, let me finish this part here.
New Covenant, the New Testament, we were in captivity. So from captivity, from Assyrian captivity, Babylonian captivity.
Now you could pause it. Right? You understand what he's saying, right?
Come.
What is he saying?
He's saying because of our captivity, that verse does not apply to our current what we call it, our current condition in the earth right now, sir.
Mm-hmm. So that means what?
Like we should not have more than one wife.
Yes. That's it. Simple. That's exactly what he's saying. Right? And what part is he using to say that?
The captivity, sir.
Yeah, so read that part for me. Who was reading it?
Khan, sir. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
Right. So these women are saying for what? What they're saying?
We just want to be called by our husband's name.
That's it. We just want to be Zion's rib. So now guess what? She's on whose reputation?
Her husband, sir.
Yes, Zion's reputation. You understand? So no more was she whoever she was in the world. You understand? Right. Now she's somebody brand new with a reputation intact. You understand? And these 7 women take hold to what? This one man. You understand? You brother, you waiting on this happening in the kingdom, then you should go join Allah. Or them what do they call them? Islam, the Muslims. Who wants what? 70 virgins.
Right.
No, I want my 70 virgins right now. Why I can't have that? Nate trying to stop love, Ark. He trying to stop love. But he ain't trying to stop trying love. He ain't trying to stop that. He ain't trying to stop the LGBTQ. Love. Nah. Instead, guess what? He want to stop real love. Real man and woman. Woman and man. He want to stop that. Nah, brother. Right? Read on Iwabad.
Khan, verse 2. In that day shall the branch of the Most High be beautiful and glorious.
So, okay, so he's saying to wait until Christ come back for the branch of the Lord to be what? Beautiful? Is that what you're saying, Nasty Nate? Why we can't make the branch beautiful right now? That's what the UPK doing right now. Making them branch beautiful. These brothers having these wives, these kids, it's looking glorious in the sight of the Lord. Yes. You LGBTQ fan. You understand? No. He says it's not like that way. He say he understand in the Old Testament, under the Old Covenant, it was like that, but not in the New Testament, which is a new covenant. Where is that? Any proof of that in the Bible? What scripture could you pull to show him that it was spoken of, that it was being done in the New Testament also too. I'm waiting.
Salakia.
Come on.
What is it? Matthew 25:1.
Come on, get it. Tell me what it is first.
When Christ he compares heaven to 10 virgins.
Yeah, we could take it there. Come on.
Okay. I think that's Matthew 25:1.
So guess what? Based on what he is saying, Christ is not teaching correctly. Right. Because in the New Testament, it doesn't say a man can have more than one woman. We in captivity, right? So get it and read it.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins.
Unto what?
10 virgins.
Young women of marriageable age. Marriageable age. Right? Young woman. And he's saying what?
You can only have one.
No, what is Christ saying in this parable?
How's the best way to put it?
He is saying 10 to 1.
Yeah.
Not 7, 10 to 1. Right? So Christ in here, based on Nasinate, is not teaching the Bible correctly. All right, so read on a little bit.
Come on, sir. Unto 10 virgins which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom.
All right, read on.
Verse 2. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish.
Mm-hmm. No, one of them was wise.
5 of them were wise.
5? Where you going with this, Yanazar? Read on.
And 5 were foolish.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them.
Right. Read on.
Verse 4. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5.
Come on.
While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept.
Uh-huh. And who's it? No, with the parable, right? Who's the bridegroom? Who's the bride?
Said in the parable, sir, who's the bride?
Yeah, who's the bride and who's the bridegroom?
So like,
mm-hmm.
Slack it, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Go ahead. Yanizar or Zani was going to answer it?
I was go ahead, Yanizar.
The bridegroom is Christ, and the brides are Israel.
Israel.
Right.
So you have some foolish. Who's the foolish ones?
The Christian.
The one who don't believe, sir.
Who's the foolish one? Nasty Nate is the foolish one. He is the foolish one. All them Christian pastors. You know what I mean? The Eddie Long of IUIC. You understand? Read on.
Verse 6. And at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us your oil, for our lamps are going out.
You understand? Now, he wants to bring what? He wants to bring I.S.U.P.K down. He wants us to give him some oil. He wants us to come and join with you. No nasty, Nate. We're not doing that. We're wiser than that. That the oil we have is for brothers and sisters who really love the Lord. You understand? Go get your own oil. You understand? Go get it from the Catholic Church, from the Christian Church, wherever, the Baptist Church. Go get their oil. You ain't getting none in here. Read.
Verse 9. But the wise answered, saying, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you.
We're not joining you all. And never will. Never. You know unity come. You want to come, you want to join? You come join I.S.U.P.K. Come under Commander General YAHANNA. You understand? Come under him. But we're not coming under you all. We're not standing next to you all. Nothing like that. You understand? For them people that be thinking that we twerking in here and doing the dirty wine. Nah, brother. No. The people that be thinking, well, you all ain't no different than the Christian church. Why? Because there are a lot of what? LGBTQ fans in the Christian church.
Right.
No, we're not joining you all. To hell with that. Keep that purple. Keep what you all have across there. Read on.
But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves.
Go get wherever you need to get nasty in it, but you ain't getting it here. You ain't breaking this up here. Read on.
Verse 10. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went with him.
And what?
And they that were ready went with him.
They? What is they? They is what?
They are the ones who put in the work.
Yeah, but they is what? Singular or plural?
It's plural.
You sure now?
Kind of one kind.
Boy. I think he might have to teach nasty need some English. That might be a strong point.
Come.
It might be a strong point. I think he too good with the English.
He too proud, sir. He got pride.
Well, he ain't getting no oil from here. Read on.
And they that were ready went with him to the marriage, and the door was shut.
What? And they that were what?
And they that were ready went in with him to the marriage.
So you tell me Christ is using a parable, right, of a man having multiple wives to the kingdom of heaven?
Got one card, sir.
It's a lot.
I'm gonna believe Christ. Now, Sinead, I think you got to take the L for this one. IUIC, I think you got to take the L for this one.
It's a lucky too, if I may, sir.
Come on.
If I'm not mistaken, he using this verse during Roman rule, if I'm not mistaken, sir.
Yeah, we in captivity. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He said that it's not in the what you call it again? Not in the
New covenant.
In new covenant.
It's a lot,
right?
But
come on.
Hebrews 8:8 don't say nothing about changing anything that had to do with the wives, sir.
Right. Correct. All right. Go ahead. I think I thought you was trying to say something.
Come on, sir. Like, and he ain't saying walking down no aisle. He talking about tying fire in that bedroom.
Yeah. You're right. Pastor Pork Chops is nowhere to be found. You understand? No. Where again can I go to show that there's multiple wives all over the Bible? Where again?
You can take Exodus 21:10, sir.
Say that one more time.
Exodus 21:10.
No, okay. In the New Testament.
In the New Testament.
Because remember, he said it was good in the Old Testament. in the New Testament?
Salaki, sir. 1 Timothy 3:1.
What does that say?
Bishop must be blameless, husband of one wife. I'm not something like that.
No, okay. We show that is not what it's speaking about. It's speaking about that one wife. It's speaking about
the
a
truth.
brother being in truth.
Come.
Right? No, now Sinate is saying that there's no polygamy or polygyny in the New Testament. We just read where Christ is teaching that a man could have more than one woman. He's showing you it by giving you this parable. You understand? They were Christians just like Nastinate also too. Come on.
Would it be Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 25?
Let me hear that one.
One where it says, husbands, love your wives.
No, not okay, not that one.
Go
so, and this one, it implies that a man could have more than one.
So, sir.
Uh-huh.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and 29.
Okay, I'm gonna zone in on it. It's Christ said it in the New Testament. Christ said it in the New Testament.
We did that one already.
Give me where Christ was speaking about when he was telling the Sadducees and Pharisees, when you can't leave your wife. When you can't leave her. You know what I'm talking about? I think it's Matthew 19.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 9.
Go ahead.
Let me see. Suffered. Slaki, I think I gotta go back early in the verse. Slaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the divorce of Moses.
Yeah, read that for me.
Okay, this is Matthew chapter 19 and verse 7. They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? He said unto them, Moses, because of hardness of your heart, suffered you to put away your wives.
Mm-hmm.
But from the beginning, it was not so.
Why is Christ having this conversation? Is there any read above that? And let's see. What question did the Sadducees and them brought to him? Or the Pharisees? Is it above it?
It's verse 3. Chapter Matthew 19, verse 3. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause?
You understand? Nastinate said what? That this polygamy causes turn our sisters into whores. Right, that's what he says. I don't know where he getting that from. That ain't going on in here. So I don't know where he getting that from. Right? And these Christians are asking what? Christ, this to do what to him? To try and do what to him?
Try to kill him. To try to say he's a heretic.
Yes, to try to trip him up. You understand? Go ahead.
Count one time. Verse 4. And he answered and said unto them, have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh.
Right. So, okay. So just to get a full, a background, what are the Sadducees and Pharisees asking Christ?
Is it lawful to put away your wife in divorce?
Yeah, is it lawful to put away a wife? Is it lawful? All right, read on.
Count one time. Verse 6, wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh.
Right.
What therefore the Most High hath joined together, let no man put asunder. Verse
Right.
7.
Go ahead.
They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? Verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
He said unto them, Moses, because the hardness of your hearts suffered you to put away your wives, but from the beginning it was not so.
Right. From the beginning, it was not so. You couldn't just put your wife away or your wives away. You couldn't. You understand? Moses did it to try and save the life of some of us. Right? Because of the hardness of your heart. Right? Read on.
Verse 9. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication.
Except it be for what?
Fornication.
Mm-hmm.
And shall marry another.
Uh-huh.
Committeth adultery. And whosoever marries.
Hold on, you gotta break that down for me.
He's saying pretty much that if except for fornication, so if your wife has any unlawful sex, you know what I'm saying, it's lawful to put her away. But if she does not do that, and you go marry another, that's not unlawful for you to marry another woman. He's saying if you put your wife away for something else, he's breaking down, you know, how you can put your wife away. Because the Christian church, they, you know, average people, the Christian church, they will say, you know, hey, you can put your wife away. You divorce her.
If it's not working, you all could just go separate ways, right?
Right, for any cause. Like you said earlier, for any cause to divorce her. You can marry another. But Christ is saying you can't do that. You have to you can't put her away for any cause, except for fornication.
You're almost there. You're right there to the tip. Come to one.
So Mary,
could you repeat the question, sir?
Okay, what is Christ saying here? Like, what is he implying?
Shalaga, sir, if I could, Christ is how I say this, you know, delicately, like basically. So we read the history of the marriage in Rome.
Mm-hmm.
The Romans were teaching what the same way that marriage is treated now. These in this country, you got women. You know, they'll be against polygamy. Everyone's, you know, we got to have one person, but you find out they've been married 8 different times.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They've been married 4 or 5 different times, right? And in Rome, that's where it started. So a person would get married, and as soon as it don't work out or they don't like this person, they would just, okay, well, let's go ahead and get divorced, and I'm going to get a new wife.
Right.
And what Christ is telling them is like, listen, you can't, that's against God's laws. Like, I understand the Romans, that's how they do, but it is against God's laws for you to put away your wife so you can go try to get another one.
Right.
Christ
never said what? You have to leave this one first, then go get that one. He's saying it's lawful if you put your wife away for any cause except it be for fornication.
That's right.
Or marry another.
Right.
He's saying you can't marry another woman.
And so, like, if I may, sir,
come on.
If you are just leaving them because you're upset, you are turning them into whores, sir.
Yes, and that's it, and that's what Christ is trying to tell you. You're the one committing the adultery. Right. If you leave your woman because you just jealous, you have no proof, no evidence whatsoever, and you just decide, you know what, I had enough of this. Use a slut, use a this, use a that. I'm good. But you doing it to go marry this other woman. You creating a hostile environment so that the marriage could end. So now you could go live with this other woman. And Christ is saying you cannot do that. Right. You understand? You're going to have to stay with loudmouth. You understand? You're going to have to stay with a sister who can't, you know what I mean, cook or whatever, can't fold the clothes right. You're going to have to stay with this sister. You understand? If you decide to go get another woman. Now, if this woman commits fornication, any unlawful sex, means she go have sex with some other man, she's out the door. She's for the street. She have sex with some other woman, she is for the streets. A dog, a cat, a horse, she is for the streets, for the livestock. If you want to put that.
And so, like, if I may, sir.
Come on.
Even the Pharisee was going back to the reference using our captivity that was in Egypt with Moses, correct?
Yes.
So even that, with you referring all the way back to Moses to try to cut Yahushua, he's still, you know what I'm saying, laying the wood.
You understand? They're trying to trip him up to say what? What they wanted Christ to say.
That it's lawful to get a divorce.
Yes, that's what I was trying to trip him up to say, like what this bastard is doing right now. You understand? This bastard is telling you could only have what? One woman. So guess what's gonna happen?
They was gonna kill him if he didn't say what he said.
Yes, I know. I'm talking about this nasty Nate on the screen.
Right, they're gonna have your congregation divorcing their wives just to get another woman for any cause.
And then some other man sleep with your brother now going to sleep with her.
Right, or like Joy Morgan.
That's G-A-Y.
That's
right.
So
You understand? Come on.
So like I said, if I could, would you bring it out? It's so heavy, man, and that's why these cats, like this dude right here, is a straight up liar when he talks about, and I love my Israelite brothers and sisters. No, you don't love me, because you know what I'm saying? Because according to this cat right here, I got plenty of brothers in the I.S.U.P.K. They got many wives. They got more than one. So I guess if we want to join him, I guess a brother got to give up one of his wives.
Yeah, so we had to flip coins, Taba one. We had to flip coins.
So now my children's mother, because we don't have a marriage paper, she's free game for one of his little cronies for the bully of Bill Street to come and try to get with my woman because we don't got marriage papers. He's a liar, man. He hates his people. He hates black people. Salaki.
That's it. You know what I mean? That's it. You understand? You can't now say this when Christ, the man who we follow, the King of Israel, and you saying something against what he is saying, you're being a heretic. You understand? You're being a heretic, straight up and down. And time will tell. It's coming out bit by bit, everything coming out. The whole, the whole setup of that organization is unbrotherly.
That's right.
And it's going to come out bit by bit. The truth going to come out. And you'll see that this is just a front. And as Commander General YAHANNA said, this is government setup. You understand? You understand? And a weak and stupid woman will run to that. A weak and stupid man will run to that. You understand? You will leave the Christian church to go back into the Christian church. That is, that don't make sense. Right? No. Any more to that? Any more to it? Kowal?
Salakia, sir. It was that was it. They tried to trip him up. Let me get here, Matthew. He says no, that was pretty much it.
That's it? Okay. Now play a little more for me, and then I'm gonna have to let you all out, right? Come on.
Salaki, sir, could you repeat what you just said, sir?
No, I told Tom I want to play a little more for me.
Okay.
Greek captivity, Roman captivity, even today, we did not have multiple wives living in captivity. That's what I see in this.
Pause that, right? And show you how he's such a bastard. And as I say, Tabon, he doesn't love black people. No. Let's just close the Bible for a minute on this Christian. Right? Just for a minute. What is the statistics or the ratio of female to male? What's the ratio? Anybody know? Somebody pulling it for me?
It says male to female ratio by states. Or I'm not gonna do by states. I just do the quick Google one. It says male to female ratio. I think it's 97 males for every 100 females.
How much?
It says 97 to 100. 97 males for 100 females.
So what does that mean?
There's more females than there are males, so somebody's daughter's not gonna have a husband, according to Bishop Freaky.
You understand? So you telling me my sisters?
Salaya, sir.
Come on.
He basically saying he hate his sisters. You know what I'm saying? He hate his sisters and he don't want his sisters to have a husband. He like that is whores. You know what I'm saying? He like the fact that they sliding up and down poles in the strip club. He don't want every sister to have a husband.
Yes, because he wants a what? Don't say it. But we'll let the internet decide what he wants. If he doesn't want a woman, what he wants? I know how to tell you. Play it. Understand? So we just close it. Just
many brothers, captivity.
Go ahead on, Tabon. No, go ahead.
Okay.
Greek captivity, Roman captivity. Even today, we did not have multiple wives living in captivity. That's what I see in the scriptures. Many brothers, some sisters disagree with that. So we have to wait for the Lord to come back.
We have to wait for the Lord to come back. And that's so a Christian term. We. No, Negro, not we. I ain't waiting for Christ to come back. You understand? Yeah, you might have better French than English. Ain't no we. You understand? We. No, it's you and your congregation of little nasty nates. Play some more.
Okay.
Back and straighten all this out.
All right. So what is the purpose? Okay. So I mean, if it caused a big split, what is the purpose of the multiple wives and the multiple? I guess.
Sir?
No. Go ahead.
These women want multiple husbands. If I'm not mistaken. Is that what you're saying?
No. Well, Phil, that didn't cause the split back in 1995. It caused the various groups, because you asked about the various.
Yeah, the offshoots. Okay, the offshoots. So what I'm asking, because even in the African.
Sir?
Let me see if you're all on it. This nasty bastard. What is he saying about the I.S.U.P.K?
Yeah, Slugger. So he trying to say we are offshoot.
Yes, that filthy bastard. When they are offshoot. You understand? He's sitting on there like if he has the truth. He was the first one, whatever. But he is not. He's in a lie. And trying to say what? We are offshoot. Nigga, you don't know the Bible.
Right.
You learn the color of Christ from the I.S.U.P.K.
That's right. That's right.
Learn that. That you teach. You learn that from in here.
Salagi, sir.
Come on.
If I could, I don't want what you're saying. It's so heavy. Because this piece of garbage right here, man, the scriptures say that, you know what I'm saying, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So you're going to sit here and talk about much polygamy and all of that, but all them seven heads that you love to mention how you learn from, they believed in much polygamy. So now you're gonna say, oh yeah, I learned from these men, I studied under these men, I learned I'm an Israelite from these people, and then turn around and talk down on, you know what I'm saying, on the lifestyle that they lived while they was teaching you what you know. So it's just like, I mean, just a hypocrite in the worst way. It's so disgusting, Salaki.
Yeah. And as I said, Tabo, best put it in the worst way possible. Because he has an agenda that he's pushing.
That's right.
He's trying to destroy this Israelite world that Commander YAHANNA is trying to build. This sanctuary for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He is trying to destroy it. And the Lord is going to destroy him for it. Just give it time. You mess with the wrong people. You mess with the wrong brothers. You mess with the wrong brothers. Which I never do. You should just stay in your corner. You know what I mean? Do what you have to do. And leave us to do what we have to do. But nah. You want to play a big bad, you know what I mean, wolf? Nah. We ain't having that. And we ain't having that. Play a little more.
Come on.
Continent, Muslims and different ones, they do practice, multiple wives. Shoot, this two countries I just go into.
Go like 10 seconds. Skip through a little bit.
Skip up 10 seconds, sir?
A little bit. Just skip through it.
Let's say I believe in polygyny or polygamy, and I get tired of her, and I pass her.
Keep going.
No, leave it right here. Now listen to his explanation.
He got tired.
Come.
I say I don't want her no more.
Mm-hmm.
I get another one, and that wife is number 3 or number 4, and that's where the problem comes in. Women are discarding. Okay, and I'm like, something ain't right.
No way.
Because
what is he talking about? What is he talking about? All of what he's talking about is where? Where is what he's talking about?
In the purple rain.
In the church or his organization?
In his head. In his empty knuckle head. That's where all of that is.
True. That's what he's talking about.
Right. You understand?
Yeah.
That's where it is.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? That's why we tell these sisters when you come in here, they're off limit for what? For how long?
So lucky, sir. 6 months.
Come on.
6 months.
6 months. And when here we have a 6 months to what? A year rule. Brother come in here, he has to do what? Chill for what? How long?
1 year.
For 6 months, you have to sit down here, get what you gotta get. You understand? But a sister, she is to sit down, stay in that seat for 6 months to a year, brother. You understand? Now you understand why these rules are so important. You understand? Because sex is taken very seriously in this organization. Right. You have sex with a sister in here, that's yours for life. You go have sex with some sister in the world, that's yours for life, nonetheless. You don't teach her to leave your woman unless she does what?
Fornication.
Yes. Unless she go horn you. Unless she commits fornication. Then you can leave. Other than that, brother, she keys your car up. She bursts them tires. She put a knife to them tires. That's your river. Find a way to love it. Find a way. That's yours. You understand? You're a sister. You go get with a brother in the world. Now, sisters, you will have it. Oh, boy. How could I explain the severity when it comes to a sister? How much wives a man could have?
Slug, sir.
Uh-huh.
As many as he wants.
So meaning, if woman A is a loudmouth, he can go to where? Woman what? B. And woman A will feel slighted because of what? The time isn't spent here. You understand? Now a woman, how much man a woman could have? Akia?
So lucky, sir.
Mhm.
One man.
One man.
Right.
So sis, you better pick good. You go pick a brother out there in the world and think a brother in here after going one year. After that, brother in the world discard you because he believes in what Nate's saying. Have that same philosophy like Nate. And you go get with him. Oh, it's gonna be real difficult for you inside here.
That's right.
It'll be real difficult for you. And you, brother, you go there and play one of pop holes. It's gonna be real difficult for you inside here too.
Wow.
You understand? We take it very serious. You understand? We ain't pushing that divorce BS. Right. Why are we not pushing it? Why are we not pushing it? One answer you can give me. Akia? Come on.
Because the Bible doesn't teach that we should get rid of our wives.
Unless it's
fornication.
We don't teach it because Christ never taught it. You understand? Simple. Christ never taught you can just discard your wife when you feel like to go get another woman. Because of course, if you do that, you are going to turn her into a hoe. You understand? And this whole monogamy that's been pushed is going to turn your sisters into what? Oh, because guess what? That man going to have to do what with that sister? He's going to leave this sister to get what? Another sister. With what he's pushing. You understand?
That's right.
You understand the level of madness you're dealing with? The level of simplicity you're dealing with? Like, which man you know will not want to be in an organization where a man can have as many women as he wants, as he choose? Which man? What type of man he's going to be? Time will tell. Time will tell if he likes to play in mud. Right? Time will tell. Give me a little more, and then we gotta end it there.
So,
a little more.
Play the video, sir.
Yeah, a little more, a little bit again.
Come on, sir.
This is what the scripture says. If I can get this law for you, Phil, watch this. I'm gonna go to Deuteronomy, and don't get me wrong. I do love my brothers. I do love my sisters in the Israelite community.
Right.
Read this. It says, Deuteronomy 23:17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. So if you had a wife, you got rid of her. You got 3. You get rid of the 3rd one. I shouldn't be taking her. Then I take her. Let's say I take her. I get tired of her and pass her to the next brother. This is whoredom. It should not go on. That's what I see in God's law. Okay? So again, I just want to stress, I do love my brother.
Right? We left out. You're paying attention. We left out.
Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
He left out the fact that the only reason why we would get rid of the wife if it was fornication or adultery. He didn't add that in there.
That too, but what did he left out right then and there? And that's in the scripture.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
I mean, he read it real quick and then just kind of, went away from the sodomite part.
Yes. Yes. He ain't talk about the sodomite. Guess what?
Right.
Guess why? Because he's fighting it. He's trying to fight it. He trying the best to fight it out. Give him, I'll give him, you know what I mean? Ain't no sweat nasty. Give him benefit to the door. They're trying to fight it. You understand? But that there where it said there should be no whores of the daughters of Israel. You know what a whore is, right? A whore is a woman that does what?
Salaki, yes, sir.
Come on.
She goes from man to man having sex with different men.
Yes. Can a woman stop being a hoe?
No,
Can't
sir.
she stop? Sisters, can a woman stop being a hoe? Brothers?
Come on, sir.
Yeah, she could stop. You understand? She could stop. And that organization is turning sisters into what? Hoes. Turning sisters into hoes. That's what his organization is doing based on what he is teaching that is not in the Bible. You understand?
Come on.
Understand? That's right, Koda. Keep them all All of them. You understand? And with that, you have any questions before I let you all know? That's it. On that, I think you all have, you know what I mean, by now you all know it. Right? You are your IC members. Come on, man. You all have the answer. Come on. Put up a good fight, man.
Come.
You all in the ring and keeping your gloves down. Come on, put them gloves up. Put them mittens up, man. Throw something. Good night. The car box, the car fight. Oh, they could dance. You all could dance. Yeah, you all gonna win in that arena. We don't dance. Understand? We don't do them things. We don't break with neck. No. We don't pop and lock it. I mean, but we know how to fight. We know war. We know everything about war. And we get the best team on the planet, the best general on the planet, Commander General YAHANNA.
Right.
You understand? You bring it, it's on and popping. You know what I mean? So come on, IUIC. Come on, Nasty Nate. Bring it. Bring it on. And with that, if you want any questions, I'm going to pass the class over to who?
Oh, bye, sir.
Iowa Bad. Prison Officer Iowa Bad.
Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amajim. Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yashai Brak a thumb.
Yadam Atop. Sorry, facing sisters. Sisters Amajim. Going to render courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Salakia. Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yadam Atop.
And them Ayathon, them boys and them looking good, man. They look like they're ready. Do the announcements, right?
Khan. Ashabi means be seated. I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister, brother and sister will court each other. After these 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations. Memorial blowing of the trumpets, first day of the 7th month, Friday the 15th of September, 2023. The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. If any brother, Salakia, if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, please start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, class dismissed.